Letitia, congrats on this movie. It's really wonderful. And I was just curious, what does it mean for you to be in this movie that is really going to open the eyes of a lot of people about the direct provision system? I had no clue about this. I spent all last night reading about it afterwards. So what does it mean for you to be a part of such a impactful work that, will really shines a spotlight on this issue?
It means, um, what does it mean? It means I did my job, firstly. If I can make you turn off the movie and then go research about it, which I'm happy about. Um, and yeah, it's a positive thing for me that people could take this movie and learn from it. Um, have compassion towards people that go through these types of situations and hope that it can bring some real change. Do you know what I mean? Like not only for us as audience members to watch it, but also like on different levels too. So it means I chose correctly um to be a part of this film, and I'm just really grateful that it can have some impact.
Yeah, it's a brilliant movie. And what really impressed me was there's these really powerful moments of silence. The director really lets the scenes play out. He's not afraid to like sit with the characters. When you're working with a director that where, what's unspoken is just as important as the dialogue that you have, how does that kind of play into you as an actor?
I love that you picked that up because I've been sharing with other people too that that's one of my most favorite things about this project. I feel like it's a mixture of different things. It means that your director's intelligent enough and like uh he trusts you enough to say words are not everything, and trust me as an artist to have that entire internal dialogue be going off and having the camera on me and just trusting it. Um, it it expands my skill set as an artist to not always depend on words, but to know that once the truth is inside for my character, the camera always picks up the truth and always picks up a lie. So that's what I believe anyway. Sometimes I'll redo a take because I know I lied to the camera. I know it. And I may not have said anything, but I know that inside it wasn't the truth. So to work with a director such as Frank, who trusts me in that way and also takes that approach, it was really refreshing and it really stretched me as an artist. I was like, I had to really bring my A game internally in order for that to travel through to you when you watched it.
Yeah, I love the way you break that down. And there's this one scene in particular I wanted to ask about where your character kind of unloads all this kind of pent up aggression and sadness and grief. And, she's thrashing this room. How is it filming one of those scenes where you're just doing a huge emotional dump? I imagine it's just exhausting.
Oh man, it was tough. It was tough. I feel like it was a combination of different things that I was feeling in my own experience in my own life, the grief that I was carrying, of losing someone that I really really cared about, and then also like attaching that to the character. It was exhausting, of course, physically, but it allowed me to like release, and everybody around me had to trust that I was going to do it in a safe manner as well. But it was a lot. Yeah, I remember that scene. I think I cut my hands and stuff. Like it was a whole thing. I just kind of let it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I wanted to ask you about working with Josh O'Connor. What kind of stood out about him as a scene partner? Because you both have these great scenes where you're really connecting and they're mellow, but there's an intensity into just how they connect as people.
Mm. I like Josh. Like Josh is real, like he's not full of himself. Like he's very just beautiful lad, great artist. And I just connect with people like that, and it was very easy to work with him. I would love to work with him again, something, different, but easy, easy. I have no bad notes, just all good ones.
That's
Great,
great.
great feedback. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
He was
and
great.
and then my last question for you, you have In the Shadows coming up. I'm so excited for that. And it's this amazing true story from the world of boxing. What obviously there's a great story there, but what about that physical challenge and having to get in the ring and learn to box? What excites you about that?
I'm so happy you're asking me this question because we start filming soon and I'm just like, I've got all of this, like, I'm shadow boxing everywhere. Um, what about that? Again, like I always want to, I'm always trying to challenge myself. I'm always trying to find meaning in my stories and my characters, but different worlds. And I think what I love about this is, yeah, like the physical challenge and testing myself too, but also falling in love with something that Ramla's for, absolutely in love with. So it's been testing me, you know, it's been testing my strengths, it's been testing my mentality. I've grown so much as a woman, been training for a year. Um, and I'm excited for people to see it.